Once, in a vast kingdom ruled by a powerful but greedy king, there lived a noble and wise chief named Jomo. The king was known for his insatiable desire to possess anything of beauty in his land. If he saw a rare jewel, a fine stallion, or even a person of remarkable charm, he would claim them as his own, using his power and influence to take whatever he wished. One day, the king hosted a grand feast to celebrate the birth of his son. People from all corners of the kingdom were invited, including Jomo, who arrived with his wife, Abeni. Abeni was known across the land for her grace and beauty, but it was not only her appearance that made her remarkable. It was her wisdom, kindness, and strength of spirit that made her truly shine. When the king saw Abeni, he was spellbound. Never before had he seen such an enchanting woman. Throughout the night, he could not take his eyes off her, and a dark desire grew in his heart. As the feast ended and the guests departed, the king found himself restless, unable to think of anything but Abeni. He tossed and turned all night, his mind consumed with plans to make her his own. By morning, the king had devised a scheme. He summoned Jomo to the palace and handed him a sealed message. "Take this letter to the kingdom of the far hills," the king commanded. "Deliver it personally to my ally, and do not return until you have completed this task." Jomo, loyal and trusting, bowed deeply. "As you wish, my king. I shall leave at once." Unaware of the king's true intentions, Jomo returned home to bid farewell to his wife. Abeni, however, was no fool. She saw the glint of greed in the king's eyes during the feast, and she sensed that her husband's sudden journey was no mere coincidence. The tale of the greedy king and the clever woman was told around village fires for generations, a reminder that power built on selfishness would always crumble, while wisdom and kindness would endure. They too had seen the king's growing hunger for power. Together, they devised a plan to protect Abeni from the king's grasp. That night, as the king waited impatiently for Jomo's departure, a thick fog rolled over the land. Strange whispers carried on the wind, and shadows danced in the firelight. The spirits of the ancestors had been summoned. As the king prepared to send his guards to fetch Abeni, he suddenly felt his body grow heavy. His legs weakened, his hands trembled, and his voice became hoarse. A deep, booming voice echoed through the halls of his palace. "You have taken much from this land, O king, but not this time. The greed in your heart has blinded you, and now you shall know the weight of your own desires." The king gasped in fear as his reflection in the polished gold mirror before him changed. His once strong and noble face had withered into that of an old man, frail and weak. The whispers grew louder. "A true ruler does not take, but gives. A true king does not steal, but protects. You have lost your way." By dawn, the king was found collapsed in his chamber, unable to rise. The people murmured, wondering if the spirits had finally judged him for his greed. As for Abeni, she was already gone, hidden among the wise women of the land. Jomo returned days later, finding his wife safe and the kingdom forever changed. With the king weakened and his spirit broken, the elders saw it as a sign that his time had passed. In the years that followed, Jomo and Abeni became leaders in their own right, guiding the people with wisdom and justice. The tale of the greedy king and the clever woman was told around village fires for generations, a reminder that power built on selfishness would always crumble, while wisdom and kindness would endure.